Welcome to Fino Concept. Click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Hey, what's up guys, it's Steve from Fino Concept, and today I'm going to show you how to clone yourself in a picture. Okay, so let's get started. I'll open up my application. For this tutorial I'm using Photoshop CC 2018. So you can see that I have four pictures or documents open up right here. This is the first, the second, the third, and the fourth image. Now for the fourth image, I prefer to call it the base image because you can see that on top of it we have nothing. That's actually going to be our background, so I will call it the base image. Now what we want to do is that for the base image you shouldn't have any moving object like I don't know, a bird flying or an insect moving around, anything of that sort. So what I'm going to do is actually grab all of these other images and put them on top of the base image right here. So let's just do that. So Control A, Control X, Control W. I will not save this and I'll paste it on top here. I'll do the same for this. So Control A, Control S, Control W, Control V. Okay, now you can see that with this particular image we have kids moving around here. We have the same thing, a car moving around here, and another guy. We want to take away all of them so that they don't affect our actual image. So what we are going to do is, you know what, let me rename this so that we see base image. I'm going ahead to lock it up, so I'll lock it up again. Now if you don't have this, you just double click on the lock icon, then it's going to allow you to create a layer out of the background. Okay, so yeah, we'll start with this one. We just want to remove any part away, so this entire part we don't need. So what we'll do is I'll click on the first image, I'll create a layer mask. Then with my lasso tool, so I'll grab this normal lasso tool, I'll create a selection around my subject. So something like this is okay. Then I'll grab my brush tool. Now you notice that my background is set, the layer mask is actually set to white. So anything I paint black is going to be hidden and anything I paint white is going to be revealed. So you can see that if I start painting with a black over here, the subject vanishes. Now we don't want to do that. We don't want to paint the subject off. We want to invert the selection so that we will be painting around the subject. So what we can do is hold down Control and press I. That's going to invert your, hold down Control, Shift and I. That's going to invert your selection. Control I will just change the color from white to black, like so. That's not what we want to do. Okay, so it's either you hold down Control, Shift and I, or you go to Select, then you click on Inverse. The short key is already here. So selecting Inverse, now we have the selection outside. So anytime I paint outside, it's going to reveal the image beneath it. Okay, now another way to do this is let me delete the layer mask. Without creating the layer mask, you just create a selection, then you click on the layer mask icon. That's going to just create the layer mask for you and hide all other portions. Now we want to do the same for this particular image, so I'll click this layer, which is this one. I'll grab my lasso tool, making sure that I don't select this particular gentleman over here. Now to make this image, or to make this particular effect work, you actually have to get a tripod, or you have to make sure that your hands are very steady so that you don't shake your image too much, or else editing it is going to be a lot tougher. So I use a tripod, and I'm actually going to leave the link below. You can get it from AliExpress. It's quite inexpensive and it's for smartphones, so most of you using smartphones, you wouldn't have to worry. Now you can see from here that after creating the selection, the tone of this particular image is different from the tone of the one it is on. So you can see from here that the image is even a little bit distorted. Even with the tripod, I just made a little bit mistake here, so I'll get away with that. And yeah, so the idea is to create a selection quite close to the edges of our subject, so that anything we hide is going to be quite perfect. Now I'm actually going to grab my move tool, which is right over here, or V on the keyboard. Select this particular layer, with the layer which is not aligned correctly, and I'll try to move it using my down arrow key. So now you can see that the alignment is perfect. So this is before and after, you can see from here. Now I want to do the same for this particular image which is on top, so let's move it down a bit. Okay, so this is before and after. Now this is looking nice to me. Now the next thing is to take away this particular dark side, so that is this layer. I'll click on this layer and make sure the layer mask is highlighted. I'll grab my brush tool one more time, then I'll brush over the parts I want to hide. So that will be here. Now I'll increase the brush size. You can see from here anytime I increase, so maybe something like this should be okay. Now as always, I'll keep saying that because this is a tutorial, I'm not going much into it, so make sure yours is much better than mine. Okay, yeah, before you ask, I'm not going much into it because I don't have that much time, or this video is going to be boring if it's too long. So I'll just increase it. Maybe probably I should change the brush to hard round. Okay, now I can actually see the parts I'm taking away. So yeah, I'm not going to make mine too perfect for reasons stated early on. But let me try to make it much better. Now if I want to actually do this a little bit faster, I can grab my lasso tool again, and I'll just create a selection around, or I'll just grab my quick selection tool, basically something like that. Then I'll just brush over. Okay, so yeah, we have something like this. I think it's okay, so I'm just going to leave it as that. But obviously after the tutorial, I'm actually going to dive a little bit more in. I want to actually make this place much better as well. So yeah, gently does it. Oops. Now my brush was set to black, that's why it was revealing. Sorry, white. So it was revealing. So to invert it, you just press X on your keyboard and it will going to change that. Now we have this particular kit here. We realize that on our base image, which is right here, we have no one there. So I'm going to create a layer mask on top of this so that it's going to show our base image. So I'll create a selection. Using my lasso tool, I'll just create a random selection. Maybe around here I want to hide him up. Then I'll create a layer mask. Now you see when I click on the layer mask, it's actually revealing him and hiding everything else. So with that layer mask selected, I'll hold down Ctrl and press I. That's going to invert it. So every black part will be white and every white part will be black. And basically this is what we have. Now you can see from here that because the tone of my background is quite different from the one here, the one on top is a bit brighter. So I'll just I'll click on the base image so that everything I do will be on top of it. I'll go to my adjustment panel and I'll click on brightness. Let's just work with brightness. I was going with exposure, but let's just work with brightness, and I'll crank it up a little bit, maybe let's try 15. I don't know, so you just try to make it work. So again, I'm going to uncheck this and actually try to move this a bit downwards so that it meets our fence right here. I think that's much better. So this is before and after. And yeah, this is even with a tripod. So you can imagine how difficult it's going to be if you're using your hands. So yeah, I think we are done. I'm okay with this. But if you want to add in a few effects, that's totally cool. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like to watch more of our videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and as always, don't forget to share with your family and friends. This is Theo from Fino Concept, and with all that said, I'll see you guys in the next one.